welcome to my YouTube channel. It's nothing much, just me sometimes riding bikes, sometimes shooting slingshots, maybe a bit of camping coming in as well, some hammock tarp setups in the future, we'll see. What's happening, guys? Today I'm tying up some bands, reason being, look at the size of these steels, 16, 14 and 10. I'm used to shooting a little 7mm, normally shoot 0.55 or 0.5 with the 7mm, 1911, 2012, something like that on the taper. But anyway, it's pouring down, I'm not shooting outside today, so I got some sniper sling 0.7, which should be ample to chuck these big things. When it's nice and dry then I'm going to get out and maybe do a can cutting video with some small steel and some big steel, and just compare the difference, have some fun, smash some cans. But I'm going to tie them up. I'm going 25-20 on the taper, and I'm going to just stick with the same active length I always have, using one of these cutting rulers, adjustable. They're absolutely awesome. Took me a while to get used to it, but when I did, or as I did, I started cutting some pretty neat bands. Oh yeah, pretty good life out of my bands. When they're going well up to around 300 shots, which I'm happy with. Still go through a couple of band sets a day normally with the amount I'm shooting these days. Now I'm going to cut this 18 centimeters long and then cut it down into strips. I'll do 2 lots. Normally when I'm making bands with the thinner elastic, I'll stick 2 pieces together with water, just wet them, stick them together, leave them dry and cut the band sets that way. But with this being so thick, I think I'll just cut it individual. I know they all come out near enough to the same size exactly. If you haven't tried one of these adjustable band cutting templates and you're looking for a cheap way to experiment with different bands as you start making your own, it's well worth the money. I've got a set there 20 to 25, and I'm just going to line it up each time. There you go. Always turn the ruler every other one. I don't know why, right, but when I'm doing the live video shooting, I'm a nervous wreck and my shooting goes downhill so bad. Wouldn't think it'd bother me just doing normal live videos, but still I'm like a nervous wreck, yeah. I didn't cut too well. If that happens again, I might well change that wheel. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but these band cutting jigs, the adjustable ones, are awesome. They do line up perfect. It's hard to show it in the camera. Anyway, let's just get these cut up quick. I'll get everything ready then, and I'll just do a video of tying the bands on. I haven't got a clue what pouches to use. Sorry, tying the pouches on, not tying the bands on. Yeah, but I've got a selection of pouches which I've had free every time I order off Wasp, which seems to be getting more and more regular these days. I always get a couple of free pouches of different sizes to try. Always get stickers as well, which I right. If these bands don't last, I know why. Should have probably changed the wheel before starting the video. There we go. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Anyway, back to it. It's not going to take too long to cut these up because being so wide, I'm not going to get an awful lot out of a piece. That's better. I do go through quite a lot of bands, so that means I go through quite a lot of wheels. But still, I mean, for me, the fun I get out of shooting, it's an inexpensive hobby. That bit's not quite big enough for another band. We'll keep those little bits though, and I'll make some skinny 0.7 bands for the 7mm steel, super skinny. Might just try something like an 8 or a 10mm straight cut, just for more experimenting to see how it works. I know you can get these other flat jigs which look absolutely brilliant, and although I stick generally to the same kind of tapers, those jigs are 20-30 quid a go, and I can't see spending that kind of money per jig. I'd need 2, maybe 3 jigs. I can't see it's going to increase my shooting any different, any better. So, as you can see, this thing, it doesn't take long to cut a few sets of bands. Sometimes I'll sit down and I'll make a full roll. It's time consuming though. But then it also means that I haven't got to make bands for a good few weeks. So it's worthwhile sometimes. Anyway, that's the 2 spare bits. Yeah, like I said, I've never shot anything like this before. I've got a couple of big pouches. Don't really know what to go with. I like the GZK pouches, and so I think yeah, that'll be one of them. I've only got one that size, but that's a big old hefty ball. Should get the scales out and see what they weigh. Anyway, I'll get all the rest of my stuff tying the pouches on ready, and make myself comfortable for tying, and I'll give you guys a shout. So I'll see you in a little bit. Right, nice and comfy now for the band tying. When I cut these, I cut them 18 centimeters long, so I wanted a 16 centimeter active length. That gives me a centimeter each end, one for tying the pouch on and one for putting in the slingshot. Using the amber belt, I always use crystal string on the light band, so this is going to be a proper experiment for me. The band jig I'm using is one of these little tiny ones. It works perfect for everything I've ever done, and I've come to doing this and I can't stretch them out wide enough. So what I've come up with, hang on, I just put it down somewhere. Here it is. What I've come up with is I'm going to put a peg there to just give it a bit of extra stretch away. Right, I don't want this to take ages, so I'm going to tie one on the Celtic Caddies pouch. I'm going to do these two OTT, but I am going to set up a set as well, TTF. I've seen other videos lately where people are making TTF bands, putting them on an OTT, and it's not affecting their accuracy at all, but they're having good longevity, and I think just going off that, it's worth a try. So bend a centimetre over, clamp it nice and tight. Normally it would just go on there, but this jig isn't really big enough for me to get the kind of stretch that I want. So if I put the peg there, sorted. There's loads of videos on how to tie bands. There's no such thing as a wrong or right way. If it works for you and your bands are lasting, you're doing it right. And like I say, this is an experiment. I get a good longevity out of my little bands usually. Struggling a little bit with Sniper Sling Yellow at the moment. It's brand new to me, but getting better. They just like to be tied different to BSB. Because I've never used this stuff, I have no idea how it's going to last. I've heard this stuff doesn't last very long anyway, but the speed is absolutely immense. So fingers crossed. Doesn't show up too good in here, does it? So like that. I always just use that to measure how much I've got coming through. It's roughly a centimetre, and then they're roughly the same. Get everything nice and even before clamping it. I think it makes a much neater band, and it'll last a lot longer. Yeah. Those camera nerves that are wreaking havoc with me are making it quite awkward to do these fine things. Because I'm putting the peg there, the knot where I'm tying is right up against the one side. Normally with the light bands, everything lines up bang in the middle and it's really easy to tie, but that's a bit weird with it right up against the posts on the one side. Just trim those ends off. Don't know how well you can see there. Looks okay to me. The video quality, I mean, not the band. The band looks fine. Jesus Christ, there's a draw weight on those. Wow, I'm not going to be able to take many shots of that. Right, let's do another one. Different pouch this time. That massive GZK thing. What is it? 7 centimeters by 2 centimeters. That pouch is huge, but I suppose then I have got cannonballs to shoot, haven't I? I started posting these videos on YouTube while I was tying bands. Started looking for YouTube channels or YouTube videos to watch, and I come across some awesome ones. I really enjoy them, and it's inspired me to try shooting different things, shooting different ways, trying different things. So I thought, why not put my little slingshot adventures on there as well. Right. Don't know if I'm going to be able to even tie this pouch on here. This is bigger than the last pouches that I was doing. Like I said, this is all experimenting because I don't put that back on there. I think that's tieable over there. As you can see, where I need to tie it is right up against the one side. It should be in the middle here, not over here. So it just makes it all a little bit fiddlier. We'll give it a go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but back to the YouTube channel thing. I just love shooting things. Indoors and outdoors. I shoot indoors when it's pouring down with rain. Although it's short, I use little targets. 10mm spinner, which I made. And I want to do a lot more outdoor shooting, but I like shooting targets which react like plaster of Paris targets, which explode when you hit them. Cans are always fun, turning cans in half with a slingshot. But if anyone wants to see me shoot anything specific with any specific ammo, I got an idea to do a run of videos shooting certain things with different size ammo. I'm not gonna say too much or what I'm actually gonna do. Spoil the fun. But if there's anything specific anyone wants to see, let me know. And if there's anything I'm doing here with the bands which someone thinks could be useful to their band making, but can't quite make out what I'm doing because the camera's not great, and I'm well, let's just say this is all new to me, filming things. I've done a few mountain bike videos, but I mean, that's in my real comfort place. I've got a helmet on, I'm going downhill, the camera's not actually pointing at me, and it's just a comfy zone where I'm shut off. There's nothing else in my mind other than the line I'm taking. But here, I'm just conscious of my audience. I don't know why. I've got like, what, 25 subscribers on my page? It's hardly an audience, is it? I think 2 of them are my kids. But it's good. This amber belt has been in my box a long time. I hope it hasn't degraded to the point where it's not going to last. That was a bit weird then, it just snapped. Didn't even pull it that hard. Well, that piece has just snapped on me as well. It's all going wrong. Kind of makes me think, oh, should I restart the video? No chance. We'll get there. Now I've got some more amber belt, which is a bit newer than this. I don't know, does amber belt deteriorate with age? I know the latex does. What's the amber belt made out of? If anyone knows, let me know. Drop a comment. And if you've enjoyed any of my videos, I've had a couple of likes, but keep the thumbs up coming, because they're cool, gotta be honest. Wow, you need some elastic, mind, just to move that pouch. That's quite weighty in itself. Oh, they feel good. That's it, there's two made. I'm not going to keep the camera rolling to do the others with the camera off. Just probably do them twice as quick. I'll put a picture up of them all finished at the end, and I'll be back soon with a video shooting them. But anyway, have a good day guys, and I'll see you all in my next video.